Today we're going to be changing the hydrostatic drive on this Honda 9 horsepower, what have we got? HS928. Anyway, I'll show you what it looks like. I'll bring you right on top. Okay, if you come and look at the hydrostatic fluid, hydraulic fluid, or whatever you want to call it, it is just brown. Oh, you see all that black stuff in there? That's not supposed to be there, it's supposed to be clear. Anyway, so we're going to get this changed out. So I'll bring you back over and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. I've already done the service. Oil's been changed, everything's been greased up, all the panels been taken off because he had this front shear pin at the very back of the impeller was broken. Anyway, so we're going to be doing that, but for now we're just going to be doing the hydrostatic hydraulic oil change. So anyway, and make it easy for you guys so you can see, I got some car jacks. I'm going to drive it up on this, and it gives me more room because the drain plug is way under there. It would give me more room to work and actually show you guys there's a plate I have to take off. So right now I'm just going to drive it up. This will also turn up the hydrostatic drive so I get more dirt from the bottom. Okay, I'll get my camera lady to come and hold this down. I'm just going to put a jack in the front so it doesn't fall down. Because when the drain plug is on this side, I want it to drain all the way up. When I fill it up, I'm going to bring it back down. You got it? Okay, that shear pin I told you was broken. I'll bring you in for a closer look. I'll grab my light. These break all the time, but the one back here hardly ever. If you can get an angle down here. As you can see, it's not supposed to turn that easy because that shear pin right there is broken. Originally, I thought it was a belt went because, like I say, they never break, but this one did break. Anyway, so enough of that. I just figured I'd show you where it was. If any of you are ever wondering how this chute and everything turns, there's a joystick right here. And what it does is almost like a windshield washer motors. It's what controls everything here. There's one here, one motor here, another one right here. So there's two motors that run everything. Anyway, that's all lubed up. You have to take this top panel off in order to get in there and service that. Anyway, I figured I'd show you that. So we're going to go back into the hydraulics. Okay, so you have a lever back here where it says engage and release. That's for the hydrostatic drive. Right now it's engaged. I'm going to leave it engaged, but the spring here, because I got to take this cover off, I'm just going to take a pair of needle nose pliers and just grab it here and just pull it down a bit and then up. So that's off. And then we have 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 12 millimeter, and you take those 4 off. I loosened this one off already, so it makes it easier. This one is loosened off, but not loose enough. Not loose enough. And you got a hose that comes out of here. That's for the battery drain. Just pull that out of there. Okay. Okay, so anyway, this is off, and it's this I have to take off. Okay, so before I take the plug out, I'm going to take this cap off. But there's one thing you got to be real careful when you're doing this job, is you got to make sure everything is clean. You cannot put dirt into a hydraulic system. Hydrostatic system, excuse me, whatever you want to call it, dirt will completely destroy it. So everything has to be wiped down, clean, and don't do a whole lot of stuff around there. Make sure your hands are clean. So I need this out, so there's going to be air that allows the fluid to drain, and I'm just going to cover it with a rag. Okay, the drain plug, which is here, is out of the way. It's 17 millimeter. I'm just going to clean any dirt that's possible around this thing. And because I'm on the stand, I can't get a regular drain pan, so I'm going to try to drain it into this. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess. I'll get the drain pan out of my way until I get this broken free.
Oh, shit, no.
Yeah, it was clogged up. Bigger drain pan would be nicer. I'll set that there for now. Okay, so we're going to let that drain for quite a while, and then we'll be back. Hey, here's a drain plug, and there should be a magnet on the end of this. You can see how much stuff is right on the very edge of this. Let's see if I can get it on my fingertip.
It's black.
Yeah, it's just all stuff that's been wearing in there, and it's never been done. It's 21 years old, and it was always dealer service, but for some reason they never did this service. Anyway, this is also a crush washer, and you should replace that when you do it. Okay, if you come over here and you look, take this off, this whole hydraulic system is just full of dirt. If you look down, fluids drain, that should just be clear fluid, and you can see it's still full of all kinds of stuff. I'm just going to clean off as best I can and put the plug back in and fill it back up. It's going to have to be done again later on, maybe after it's been working for a full snowstorm or next year. But yeah, it was put off too long. 21 years, and it was dealer serviced, and I don't know why the dealer never bothered doing this. This rag doesn't put lint. They're pretty good. It was a clean rag before I started. Okay, so that's cleaned out. What we're going to do now, before I put the drain plug back in, I'm just going to tilt it this way and fill up as much as I can with the plug out until oil starts coming out of there. You don't want to introduce air into this system. It's bad for hydraulics, hydrostatic. It could destroy things. So with the plug out, I'm going to lower the front down. That's kind of why I'm on this stand. Anyway, I'll get my camera person to hold down here while I take the jack out, and then I'm going to lower it down by hand. Put a bit of pressure on it. Push down. Okay, let it down slowly.
What you mean down slowly?
Okay, there we go.
Still
Let it go.
baby, man.
I just want you to let it down like this. Okay, so I'm going to fill it like this, and I'm going to just fill it until I see oil come out of the drain. You can come on this side. I'll show you what I'm doing. They say you should actually flip it right up, but if you go slow enough, you should be able to do this. Yeah.
What did you say there?
Okay, we can come over here. Okay, here's the oil that came out of it. Like right now, I spilt a bit when I was doing it, but that is really dirty hydraulic oil. Hydraulic oil is normally clean. Even when it's dirty, there's just a little bit of dirt, but this is just bad. So anyway, I'm going to fill it the way it is here, tilt it down until fluid starts coming out of here. It's still pretty dirty inside there, but there's not much I can do. I'll let a bit of fresh stuff come out. Anyway, so I'm going to start filling it until oil comes out, then I'll put the plug in. Okay, so I'm going to fill this really slow, and then I'm going to also keep an eye on the drain. When I start seeing it come out of the plug, then I'll put the plug back in and just, like I say, it's got to be filled really, really, really slow.
Oh, see. Holy cow. Really?
Yeah, it's still flushing some of the dirt out of it, so I'll leave it go for a bit. Okay, I'll put the drain plug back in. What I'm doing when I fill this up is I'm making sure the center is allowed the air to come back up. So I'm filling it really, really slow. It's going to take a while, but it's going to save me from tipping this up on end. Okay, so I filled it up. I can start seeing oil coming up. This is a 1 liter Honda hydrostatic fluid. It's actually designed for this. They told me at Honda it's just going to be under a liter. Right now I have about 5 or 6 ounces left in this, or just a little over 100. I'm still going to check it when I go down on the level. And I'll verify exactly how much it took. Get this cap in so I get no dirt in there. Put the bottom plate back on. Hook everything back up, roll it off of this, run it back and forth, and then I'm going to check the level. But right now, the level is showing full. Check the manual for all the torque specs. I've already tightened up the drain. We're going to start this, drive it off, run it back and forth a bit, and check the level. And we'll see how it goes. just halfway between low and full. So I'm just going to put a bit more in. And that should be it. From the full liter, I have 4 ounces left. And they said there'd be a little bit left, not much. So it's full, and it's just a tad over 100 milliliters. Anyway, so a 1 liter container that Honda sells. So that's my oil change on a hydrostatic Honda 9 horsepower snowblower. Anyway, if you liked the video, appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now.